concept behind the whole Midi in Motion EP, though? I mean, it clearly has a concept of movement, and when I listen to the tracks, I hear different styles of dance and music represented in each one. Was that purposeful? What was your vision when starting this project? Talk to us about Midi in Motion.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when I set out to sort of release my first cohesive project, it was really important to me that it had some sort of arc and it told some sort of narrative story, even if it wasn't super linear with like characters per se. Artists like Kendrick Lamar and Halsey, who like really have these concept projects, really inspire me, especially because I come from a very heavy background of musical theater. Mm-hmm. So for me, everything needs to kind of like integrate into itself, and it needs to be very cathartic. That's just my like musical theater upbringing. It's never
I fuck with it. Me too. I appreciate a concept. Appreciate high art.
Yes. And so, you know, I felt that I was maybe a little bit more limited with the content because I'm a music producer and not necessarily like a rapper or a singer. Although, who knows? But definitely not going to rap ever. But maybe
I don't know. Never say never.
Who knows? But I felt a little bit more confined, so I figured out that it would be most beneficial to really go ham with like the sampling and with the context of it all. So I went into the project, you know, I probably created about 10 tracks, and then the 5 that made it are the ones that we decided to bring out for the EP. But each track needed to pay homage to a certain genre of underground dance. That was kind of the through line. So
cool.
It ended up being modern dance with the intro track, and then with Shirley Temple, that's an homage to tap, and all of the percussion sounds in the in that song are sourced by my tap shoes.
I thought so. It sounds like your feet, and that makes so much sense to hear it's about tap. Everyone has to go check out that song. It's really fun.
Thank you. And then there was Break Time, which is an homage to like break culture. So like, you know, not only break beat musically, but also break dance, b-boys, b-girls, bone breakers, what have you. And then Footsteps, which was the single off of the EP that actually came out on Dimmock a year prior, or about, 8-9 months prior. That was a dedication to like Vogue and ball culture. I don't know if anybody, you know, watches RuPaul's Drag Race or Pose or Legendary, but you know, those types of shows and performers are like really, really, really inspiring to me. And I'm not necessarily like in that community, but I'm definitely like a fan and just someone who like really appreciates it.
Oh yeah, anyone who's been to a ball has to be a fan. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh my God, I know. I just like to make it clear that I'm not like in the community,
right,
because I know that the community is like so self-sufficient and also like has like literally like defied all adversity. And so like I would never want to claim that I'm, you know, because
yes. And
just
also
checking my privilege type of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I have seen what these like mothers can do when they decide to fight somebody.
Yeah,
I have been there.
And I felt very confident releasing this track, mostly because the MC that I brought on to do the chanting is like a very respected, renowned Vogue and ball MC that has been in multiple houses, and it's in New York City. And I actually had the honor of dancing in a company with them a couple years ago. So when I brought them on, I was like, listen, I know that this is like very authentic. Do you feel comfortable? And they were like very encouraging, and they said, listen, you're one of us, like you danced with us, like, you know, I'll co-sign.
It's also a banger, so.
Thank you.
I really love that track. We're going to play it later, just so everyone knows. We will get a little taste of it, but it is a banger.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And then the final track was an homage to swing dance, which is something that I'm not very experienced in, but I have a very good friend that's like a professional Lindy Hop dancer, jazz vernacular. Shout out Caleb. He's amazing. And not to go on a tangent, but we were on a tour of a musical, West Side Story, when we were like both 18, so like 8 or 9 years ago. And in each city, he would take me to a swing club, and it literally just felt like you were in a speakeasy, like it was Prohibition AF, and people are just dressed to the nines as if it's the 20s.
That's so fun.
And yeah, so he kind of exposed me to that world, and I'm not like I'm definitely not a swing dancer, but I tried and had a lot of fun with him.
Yeah. So. Okay. That's, first of all, I know that right now we can't go anywhere, but when we can, I would really like to go to some of these swing clubs that you just mentioned. That sounds incredibly fun. I love a secret spot. I love a swing dance. Like, I don't know what I'm doing either, but we can make it up as we go. We're fun.